I want to talk about Mark Arm
Amenderitz.
Amenderitz?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that, Mark. A drummer, and he was actually in Scratch for a while, right?
Yeah, he was. So
He played at my benefit with him.
yeah, I mean, he's a great drummer.
Yeah.
He has his own posse. So we played at Man Rock, and a whole bunch of people showed up to see him only. Like, you didn't know nothing about Ultra.
Right.
They were there for him because they knew him from Scratch. And he's a super drummer.
He is a super drummer. I've seen him.
And so let me tell you what he plays. He said to me, he plays DW Performance Series kit with a Ludwig Superphonic snare drum and Zygian cymbals. Okay. And we talked about what he does with the cameras. But I know that he grew up in Wasco.
Okay.
He did all the drumline stuff in high school. And really, he's younger than my son. So this guy's in his 30s.
Well, he's in his 30s?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's very mature, and he does the homework. Because, you know, you see him play, and I mean, Michael can tell you because he knows his stuff. You know, we gave him the Police songs, and he nails them. Right, Michael?
Yeah, he can really nail the technique of a famous drummer like Stuart Copeland. You know,
Stuart Copeland.
Yeah, and we'll play a few Police songs, and then he shows up to practice for the gig, and it's like, oh my God, you really nailed that fill and those backbeats and those rim shots, those signature shots of drumming from Stuart Copeland, of course, and he'll get them. So he really practices at home, and every time he comes to practice, he's ready for the song. You know, his influences, as he's told me, are, and I like his influences too, because I think he plays great drums. And we wanted a rock drummer. So he likes, John Bonham. He likes Roger Taylor from Queen and Dave Grohl. And I'm just like, oh, that's who I want to play with. Because I've been writing original music, and I've been really working on the drums. And I go, I wish I could find a hot player. And when we did that first jam together at Poorhouse, he was the second drummer to step up on stage when we played. And while we were playing, I kept turning around like, who's this guy? He's just like, he is really doing it for me for us just jamming live in front of a crowd for the first time. So that's why a big reason why we sat down and talked as well. So it's a great pleasure to play with Mark.
Yeah, he played with Scratch, obviously, and I know I'm good friends with Jeff Cannon. I've known Jeff for a really long time. Mm-hmm. And Scratch, great group of guys, great band.